Good afternoon, this is Wubal, your home teacher, and today we will discuss about the composition of the Earth's atmosphere. But before starting our today's lesson, let me ask a warm-up questions. What do you think the air around us is made of? Please mention as many as possible. Don't worry whether you are correct or not. Great. So today we are going to learn about the Earth's atmosphere, what it is made of and its composition. This lesson is very important because without the atmosphere, life on Earth would not exist. We exist on the Earth's surface because of the presence of atmosphere. So, as a lesson objective, after studying this lesson, you will be able to describe the composition of the Earth's atmosphere and their characteristics. Therefore, at the end of this lesson, you will understand the following major keywords like what atmosphere is, aerosol, major gases, minor gases, and trace gases. These are the major words or keywords in this lesson, and at the end of this lesson you are expected to clearly identify and define these key terms. Great. Let me start the main lesson about which is composition of the Earth's atmosphere. Similarly, let me ask one question before starting the main lesson. What's atmosphere? What do you mean by atmosphere? Or what comes into your mind when you heard the word atmosphere? Very good. So, in short and precise way, atmosphere can be defined as the air that surrounds the Earth's surface. Yes, atmosphere means simply the air that surrounds the Earth's surface. It has its own characteristics. It is transparent, colorless, tasteless, and odorless gas found above the Earth's surface. Yes, it is an envelope of transparent, colorless, tasteless, and odorless gases found above the Earth's surface. Very nice. So the Earth's atmosphere is composed of gases, suspended dust particles, and condensed moisture droplets, which are collectively known as aerosols. Do you remember aerosols? It's one major key word that you should understand after this lesson. So, what are aerosols? Simply, aerosols are thin solid or liquid particles suspended in the atmosphere. And these gases are different in their volume. For example, nitrogen and oxygen are major gases of the atmosphere, while argon and carbon dioxide are minor gases. The remaining gases are often called trace gases. Very nice. So this table reflects the atmospheric gases and their percentage by volume. As we discussed, nitrogen and oxygen are the most abundant atmospheric gases. As you can see from the table, nitrogen composed of 78% of the atmospheric gas, which is the most abundant atmospheric gas. And oxygen is the second most abundant atmospheric gas and composed of nearly 21% of the atmospheric gas. Whereas the remaining gases are again in carbon dioxide, which is named as minor gases, composed of 0.9 and 0.03% of the atmospheric gas respectively. The remaining neon, helium, methane, krypton, and like gases are mostly referred as rare gases or trace gases. So, as we understand from the table, nitrogen is the most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere, and it makes 78% of the Earth's atmosphere. Yes, nitrogen passes into the atmosphere when volcanoes erupt and when data plants and animals decay. Similarly, oxygen is the second most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere, covering nearly 21% or 20.9% of the Earth's atmosphere. Oxygen is primarily produced by plants. Among gases, or among the atmospheric gases, oxygen is the most important for living things to exist on the planet Earth. Living things including human beings and plants exist on the planet Earth because of the presence of oxygen, because we used oxygen for breathing. Great. I think you found this lesson very interesting and important. Nice. Let me summarize what we have learned today. So today we learned about the atmospheric gases and their composition. The atmosphere is a mixture of gas, mostly nitrogen and oxygen. The atmosphere makes us a safe and livable place. The largest part is nitrogen, about 78% of the air. Plants use nitrogen to grow. The second largest part is oxygen, about 21%. We need it for breathing. There is also argon less than 1%, which is a quiet gas that doesn't react much. And a small but very important atmospheric gas is carbon dioxide, about 0.04%. Plants need it for photosynthesis, and it also helps trap heat in the atmosphere. Other gases like neon, helium, methane, and ozone exist in tiny amounts. So remember, most of there is nitrogen and oxygen, more than 99% together. Very great. So before finishing our today's lesson, let me give a time for question and answer. So, do you have any question you want to raise from this lesson? Anything that is not clear for you? Or anything that needs further explanation or description? Thank you.